Bhaktivedanta Swamini Namine Bhaktivedanta Krishna Krishna Hare 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 भगवान की जय, प्रहलाद महाराज की। जय विष्णुपादोष्टोत्तरशत श्री माता वैचरणारविंद भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी प्रभुपाद की जय। जय विष्णुपादोष्टोत्तरशत श्री शिल भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी महाराज प्रभुपाद की जय। जय विष्णुपादोष्टोत्तरशत श्री शिल गौर किशोरदास बाबाजी महाराज की जय। जय विष्णुपादोष्टोत्तरशत श्री शिल भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर की जय। जय विष्णुपादोष्टोत्तरशत श्री शिल जगन्नाथ दास बाबाजी महाराज की जय। नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद की जय। मायापुर धाम की जय। श्री श्री नवद्वीप वृंदावन धाम की जय। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गंगा माई जमुना माई तुलसी महारानी भक्ति देवी की जय। श्री श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा महारानी की जय। पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र की जय। श्री श्री नृसिंह बरादेव की जय। भक्त बाबा श्री प्रहलाद महाराज की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव भक्त की जय। हरि नाम संकीर्तन की जय। निताय गौर प्रेमानंद हरि हरि बोल। All glories to the assembly. Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembly body. Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembly body. Hare Krishna. All glories to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga. Hare Hare Bol.
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram,
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaura Bhakta Hare Krishna Mahamantra Ki Jai Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Hare Hare,
Hare Rama,
Hare Rama,
Hare Rama,
Hare Rama,
Rama Rama,
Rama Rama,
Hare Hare.
Hare Hare.
Thank you everyone for coming to this weekly Saturday program. Sorry, actually, it is said that it is an offense to speak when seniors are assembled in front of seniors. So without their permission, I cannot speak. So I beg His Grace Gokulananda Prabhu's permission, who is the senior most here, and Mataji's permission. I can speak a little bit about Srimad Bhagavatam, whatever I have heard from seniors like you, whatever I have read.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, I mean, only Prabhu is the main organizer of this whole thing.
It's nothing,
You all,
nothing to do about organization. Anybody can do organization.
Yeah.
But
so,
thank you.
Hare Krishna. So we
So
all know only Prabhu and he'll be just addressing us today on Bhagavatam like we do. Hare Krishna.
thank you, Prabhu. I also seek permission of His Grace Rasa Chaitanya Prabhu, who is again one of the senior devotees here in the assembly. So if I speak anything wrong, it is my mistake. So please forgive me. 1.3.23. 23. So Mridangam then. जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी गोपिजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय माधव कुंज विहारी गोपिजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी गोपिजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी गोपिजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदनंदन प्रजनरंजन यमुना तीरवनचारी यशोदनंदन प्रजनरंजन यमुना तीरवनचारी यशोदनंदन प्रजनरंजन यमुना तीरवनचारी यशोदनंदन प्रजनरंजन यमुना तीरवनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी गोपिजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी गोपिजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदनंदन प्रजनरंजन यमुना तीरवनचारी यशोदनंदन प्रजनरंजन यमुना तीरवनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी गोपिजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी गोपिजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदनंदन प्रजनरंजन यमुना तीरवनचारी यशोदनंदन प्रजनरंजन यमुना तीरवनचारी प्रजनरंजन यमुना तीरवनचारी यशोदनंदन प्रजनरंजन यमुना तीरवनचारी हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय गुरुदेव जय गुरुदेव जय गुरुदेव जय गुरुदेव जय गुरुदेव जय गुरुदेव जय वासुदेवाय
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत् नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमा श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी मूकं करोति वाचालं भङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारणम् नाम संकीर्तनं यस्य सर्वपापप्रणाशनम् प्रणामो दुःखशमनः तं नमामि हरिपरम् जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी नामे नमः सारस्वती देवी गौरवान्वित जन्य विशेषण पाश्चात्य। First of all, I'd like to, on behalf of Bensalem Cultural Center, I would like to thank His Grace Vishal Prabhu, Sriji, and his son Raghav. We are seeing after a long time. So let's welcome them by chanting 3 times Hari Bol. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol.
He was in India, just came yesterday.
Oh, wonderful. So what verse are we in today? Yeah, as you all know that I don't directly get into the verse before I make a recap of whatever we studied till now. Okay? Because we always tend to forget, right? Scientifically it is said that if you don't revise whatever we have learned, we lose 84% of our memory per day. Right? So we don't revise that. Whatever we learned last week, forget about per day, it's a week. We lose everything. Right? So it is always said that we have to revise, keep revising it, especially the spiritual matters. And especially this Bhagavatam, Srimad Bhagavatam, because it is very potent. Srimad Bhagavatam, as we discussed, it is none other than
Krishna. So in this Kali Yuga, Krishna took the form as Srimad Bhagavatam. So it is written by Krishna. Who is that? Vyasadeva. Vyasadeva is none other than literary incarnation of Krishna. So it is written by Krishna, it is about Krishna, it is Krishna. Right? It's the wonderful Srimad Bhagavatam. So that is why we have to study this every day without miss. Sada Sevya, Srimad Bhagavati Katha. That means Sada Sevya, you have to serve Srimad Bhagavatam. Serve means what? Study, basically. You have to open the books of Srimad Bhagavatam. Now, Srila Prabhupada has written wonderful purport and translation for this Bhagavatam. Beautiful. You won't get this kind of Bhagavatam anywhere. Word to word meaning. Beautiful purport with lot of practical experiences, realizations Srila Prabhupada shared. So he took so much effort. Every day he used to write this Srimad Bhagavatam. He used to sleep only for 2 hours, right? Chaitanya Prabhu, 2 hours. So he gets up early in the morning, maybe 12:30 or 1 o'clock in the midnight, write this Bhagavatam.
One of Prabhupada's disciples, he said in memory that every day Krishna was coming in Prabhupada's room and Krishna was giving dictation and Srila Prabhupada used to write. When I never heard this one, but I saw this in memory. So, Krishna used to come early morning.
So, Srila Prabhupada didn't have to do all these things. He didn't do for his benefit, did he? No. He was very compassionate for all of us, fallen souls. He saw that we are all suffering. This is the prime essence we need for our life, Srimad Bhagavatam. Right? So many examples are there in this Bhagavatam. It is all described very nicely just to set an example for us to follow. That we don't have to imitate them, but we have to follow their footsteps. In this situation, what did they do? In this situation, what did they do? How did they overcome this threefold miseries of material world? How did they overcome this? What did they do? Right? We all went through these questions. Right? What, where, when, why, who? So you have to keep questioning all these things. Why is Bhagavatam required for us? Who spoke Bhagavatam? When did he speak? Why did he speak? If you put all these questions, www, right? Then we can, this is the bhakti practice. This is a science actually. Like any other science, if you go to chemistry lab or physics lab, first you have a theory, you take that element, you mix those two elements, you see water. Right? Hydrogen, oxygen mix, you see water. So these are the practical steps. To come to the element called water, you have to mix this hydrogen and oxygen. Similarly, to come to the element of bhakti, there are many components. Those are described in Srimad Bhagavatam. Now, those are exalted devotees who have set the example. By following them, we can attain bhakti. So this Srimad Bhagavatam was spoken 3 times in this Kali Yuga as Bhagavad Saptaha. First time was about 30 years later after Kali Yuga started. And then 200 years later, once more it was spoken. Then 30 years later it was spoken again. So at the beginning, right, in Bhagavad Saptaha Vidhi. So this Srimad Bhagavatam, they say, Slokam Ekam. That means, even one sloka, the power of hearing, even one sloka if you hear, that will purify our existence. Even one sloka. Slokam Ekam. See, we all come up and say that, Prabhuji, we have so many occupational duties. I don't have time to move. Slokam Ekam, even one sloka, I can't. These are diplomatic answers we give. Actually, that is not true. When you say, I don't have time, it's a diplomatic way of saying that I'm not interested. Right? It is not that you don't have time. Anybody, for example, if they come to me, say, Prabhu, I don't have time. Then first thing I'll ask, can you give me your schedule? I'll take at least 2 hours out of your schedule and give it to you. Easily. Anybody says, whoever is working even 12 hours a day, 15 hours a day, they say, don't have time. That is a wrong statement. It's a diplomatic way of saying that I'm not interested, please. So, even one sloka if you hear, you'll be purified. They say, no, I don't have time. Okay, don't worry. Bhagavatam is so compassionate, it says, not one sloka, half of the sloka you read. One half. You read that, you will be purified. Prabhuji, even I don't have that much time for you. Please give me some concession. Bhagavatam says, okay, one half of half. 1/4. 1/4. Prabhuji, seriously, no, I don't. I need some more concession. Bhagavan says 1/4 of half. Half of 1/4. That means even last one lines, one sentence, one word. If you hear of Srimad Bhagavatam, will be purified. That is not told by me. In Bhagavatam 12th canto, 12th chapter, 59th sloka it is said. Okay? Slokam ekam. He says one sloka, at least one sloka. If you cannot, tadardamba. That ardam. Slokam ekam tadardamba. Even half of that, if you hear, no, Prabhuji, I don't have. Padam padardam evava. Padam, okay, that padam, you cut that into half. Okay? No, that also not possible. Padardam, in that pada, you cut half. That you hear. I cannot. So here at least the last one. Shraddhavan yon andrishyat. What happens if you do that? Punati atmanam evasaha. Your existence, whole existence is there, right? It will be purified. So then you will get the taste. So Bhagavatam is so powerful, right? Last word of that sentence, there are 4 lines, right? Normally it is 4 lines. Last line, read that, you will be purified. So Bhagavatam is so powerful. So we have to take advantage of this Bhagavatam. And we have to hear attentively. It is not that, blindly you read blah, 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 blah. You won't understand. You have to be very attentive. Because this is Krishna himself, as we said. When you read Srimad Bhagavatam, or when we discuss Srimad Bhagavatam in this assembly, Krishna says he will come. He will come here in this assembly. Sadasevya, Srimad Bhagavati Gata. Yasya Sravana Matrena. Just by hearing, Harishchittam Samashraya. Harishchittam, he'll come and sit here. Okay? So one has to be very, very, very careful. Attentively hear this Srimad Bhagavatam. So such Srimad Bhagavatam was spoken by who? Sukadeva Goswami. It was spoken to Parikshit Maharaj. Okay, so when Parikshit Maharaj, he was cursed by Shringi. Okay, he was cursed by Shringi that in 7 days he is going to die. So Parikshit Maharaj, he gave away the entire kingdom. He gave away to his son. Who is his son? Janamejaya. Okay. Gave up everything immediately. He felt very bad. Not that he could have counteracted that curse like this. Parikshit Maharaj is so powerful. He saw Krishna eye to eye when he was in the womb of Tara. So he is exalted devotee. He can easily counteract that kid's curse. But he didn't do. He realized that he did a mistake by putting a death snake. Immediately he gave up entire thing. He was emperor, not the king. King is, you have Chota Mota kings, right? No, he was entire world. He was emperor. Parikshit Maharaj. Okay, so he gave up. He was the second emperor to the entire world. First one was Yudhishthira Maharaj. Then he is the second. So he gave up everything to Janmaya and then went to the bank of Ganges. Right? Hearing this, and he went, not only he took a vow that for 7 days I am not going to eat anything, drink anything. He took a vow, fast until death. This is what he took. Hearing this, all the sages, all the demigods, they were very excited. Oh, Parikshit Maharaj gave up everything. Let's go and see what happens. Then everybody came, including Vyasadeva, including all the Vasishta, Angira, all Munis, they came. They are all exalted Munis. So they sat there, and Sukadeva Goswami came. Sukadeva Goswami sat on the stone, and then Parikshit Maharaj asked questions. The entire Bhagavatam is question answers. Like Bhagavad Gita is question answers between Arjuna and Krishna. So Arjuna asked question, Krishna answered. So all these great scriptures, any Puranas you take, okay, Garuda Purana, Garuda asked question to Lord Vishnu. Okay, like any Puranas you take, it's all question answers. Conversations. Conversation starts with question. And question starts the way it is described in Bhagavad Gita. It is not that, hey, I know I have put a very great question, you have to answer me. No, Bhagavad Gita says how to question anybody. How to question your superior. What is the sloka? Then Pratyakshyanti te gnanam gnaninas tattvadarshinaha, because they have seen the truth, tattvadarshini, they have seen the truth. So obediently, pranipatena, surrender unto them, pariprashnena, with humility, you ask questions, then they will answer. So similarly, Parikshit Maharaj asked questions, so we'll go through that. Okay, this is just a review, we are not into our subject matter yet. So I always spend time with reviews. Sorry. So Parikshit Maharaj asked questions. Then Sukadeva Goswami speaks. But for us, it doesn't start with that. It doesn't start with the conversation of Sukadeva Goswami and Parikshit Maharaj. For us, it starts with Suta Goswami. Our Srimad Bhagavatam starts with Suta Goswami. So when Parikshit Maharaj was speaking, in that assembly, Suta Goswami was also present. Okay? So once he hears that 7-day course by Sukadeva Goswami, then he goes, and then our Srimad Bhagavatam starts in, the stage is set like this. It starts in Naimisharanya. Naimisharanya, as I explained earlier, when Kali Yuga started, all these sages were very compassionate. They knew, they can foresee, right? They can foresee the future also. So they say Kali Yuga has started. It's going to be worst, Kali Yuga. Right? Kali means Kalau, always quarrel and hypocrisy. Two things, characteristics of Kali. So they came to know it's going to be very bad in Kali Yuga. So they asked Lord Brahma, what is the solution? Brahma said, okay, take this wheel, sit on that wheel, wherever the wheel stops in Kali Yuga, then there is a solution there. So the chakra went all around and it came to Naimisharanya, which is Lucknow today, Lucknow. And there it stopped and that wheel went inside, then the water came out. That is called Chakratirtha. It is there now, today. Okay? Chakratirtha. Okay, so the wheel went down, then water. So all the sages, they got down and they went in search of solution there. So they did Sahasra Yuga. Okay? Naimishe Nimisha Kshetre Rishaya Shaunakadaya Satra Sargaya Lokaya Sahasra Samamasataha. This is the 4th sloka of Srimad Bhagavatam, 1st canto. Okay? So it is headed by Shaunaka Rishi. Shaunaka Rishi and then 88,000 sages. It is 88,000 added by Shaunaka Rishi. So they did Sahasra, thousands of years, Yagna, for our benefit, not for them. They're all liberated souls, but for our benefit they did. So once they are doing this, then one morning after they finish all their activities, then they see Suta Goswami. So they fall at his feet, unintroduced, because they all know him very well, Suta Goswami. So then, after offering obeisances, then they'll ask him, please sit. Okay, they'll give him a seat, and they will start asking questions. Before asking questions, they didn't directly ask questions. First, they started praising him, praising his glories. You great soul, you know all the scriptures. Akyatani api aditani. Akyatani, you have explained the scriptures well. Api aditani. Seti hasani chanaga. Chanaga means you don't have any vices. Vices means all these bad qualities. You don't have anything. Seti hasani chanaga. Akyatani api aditani. You have explained all the scriptures well, and you also learned the scriptures very well. So they start glorifying Suta Goswami. Okay, this is how it should be. When a conversation is happening, the hearer, the audience should be very humble. At the same time, audience should also recognize the speaker, his qualities, because they are going to hear from him. Okay, if Heragiri person speaks, then it won't be that effective, right? When Srila Prabhupada was walking in New York on this street, right? On opposite side of the street, okay, across the road, opposite side. Some devotees, at that time they were not devotees, okay? At that time they were all drunkards and womanizers, all that. Some people saw Srila Prabhupada from the other side of the road. Just by seeing him, just by seeing Srila Prabhupada, they got attracted. See how powerful. That is why when you see these pure devotees, they are so resplendent. Their smile is so wonderful. Their face is always glowing. Right? They won't be morose like this. Devotees, no. Pure devotees always shining, says. So just by seeing Srila Prabhupada, later they become the greatest devotees actually. They surrender to Srila Prabhupada. And when Srila Prabhupada says surrender, they will surrender. When we say surrender, they surrender? No, that is the potency. That is the purity. Okay, so those who are asking that, they will recognize by seeing itself, they know. So similarly, these sages, they started glorifying Suta Goswami. Suta Goswami, your greatest, you heard from Sukadeva Goswami, you learned all the scriptures, you explained all them very well. And now Kali Yuga has come. Kali Yuga has these bad characteristics. What are those bad characteristics? Kali Yuga, Prayena alpa yushya sabhya kalau asmin yuge janaha manda sumanda matayo manda bhagya hi upadrita. He says, Prayena alpa yushya, in this Kali Yuga, lifespan is very, very less. How much lifespan we have? 100 years? You think so? Okay, congratulations.
Oh, you asked not me. Nobody knows when.
On an average.
On an average, 100 years. Nowadays, no 100. 80, 90 maximum.
Only person like Bhishma they know.
So, actually, to say my dad passed away at the age of 62. Okay. Same age, actually, according to scriptures. But he was already old because of so many diseases. So we don't know, right? But at least, so sages are saying, Prayena alpa yushiha, alpa ayusha, ayusha means age. This Kali Yuga, it's very less. Alpa yushya sabhya. Kalau asmin yuge janaha. This kalau is always quarrel and hypocrisy. In this Kali Yuga, kalau asmin yuge janaha. Manda means lazy. They are lazy. That is why I said, right? Read at least one sloka. Srimad Bhagavatam, no Prabhu, I don't have time. Lazy. It's not that they don't have time. Manda. Sumanda Matayo. What is Sumanda Matayo? No, not forgetful. Sumanda Matayo.
Grossly lazy.
What?
Grossly lazy. Even you have to look.
No. Huh?
Less intelligent.
No, not less intelligent.
Manda.
No. Yes, Sumanda Matayo. Sumanda Matayo. Means they are misguided. Misguided. Then what is other character is Manda Bhagya. Manda Bhagya means
Bad luck.
bad luck. Manda Sumanda Matayo Manda Bhagya Hi Upadruta. Upadruta means always disturbed. So these are the characteristics of Kali Yuga. Right? First thing is Praya and Alpa Ayushya. Very less life. Manda, lazy. Sumanda Matayo. What is it?
Proper guidance.
Yeah, misguided. Manda Bhagya.
Unlucky.
Upadruta.
Agitated.
Always disturbed. Okay? So these are, sages are saying, Kali Yuga is full of these characteristics. So what is the solution? Then they'll slowly start asking questions. Okay? They'll ask 6 questions. What are those questions? They're asking to Suta Goswami Pa. Okay? So the first question is,
What are the ultimate
yeah, what is the benefit? Ultimate benefit for mankind. They didn't say what is ultimate benefit for me. No, it is for everyone. Everyone in general. So that means they are representing us. That means whatever answers Suta Goswami Pad is giving, that answer applicable to us also. Right? So we have to be very careful. Because we don't ask questions. Right? When we say at the end of the session, do you have any questions? No, I don't have any questions. No. There are a lot of questions, but we don't ask. Either we feel shy, or we don't know even what question should I ask.
Not asking questions, that itself is a problem.
Yeah. So we have to put questions and we have to answer. So these questions are very, very important. Please keep in mind. These are extremely important. This is useful for all of us. Whether we are doctor, we are scientists, we are engineers, we are computer AI specialists, doesn't matter. Okay? These questions are applicable for us. Right? Similarly, in Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna asks a lot of questions. That doesn't mean he doesn't know. He knew everything, but still he represented us. He asked questions for us, not for himself. He is a pure devotee. He is a very close friend of Krishna. He knows everything. Right? But still, Krishna used him as an instrument to ask questions so that we will get the answer and we will apply. So similarly, sages here, they are asking this question. First question is, what is the ultimate benefit for the entire mankind? What is the second question? So here it comes again, because we have so many scriptures, right? 4 Vedas, 108 18 Puranas, 108 Upanishads, and Upapuranas are there. Then Vedanta Sutra, Brahma Sutra, all these things are there. We can't read all these things. We don't have time, right? Our Kali Yuga time is very less, as we know. So we don't have time to read all these things. Then they're saying, you know everything. You know the essence. Sutta Goswami Path, you know the essence. Please tell me the essence of all scripture. We don't want to read everything. We don't have time. Essence of scripture. So he can take it because he knew. Then third question. What is the third question? Anybody from this side? Third question. You need to know all these 6 questions. Now, the question is, sorry, I'm putting everybody on the spot today.
Why Krishna appeared?
Yes, wonderful. Yes, Mataji.
Why Krishna appeared to Devaki?
Yes. Why did Krishna take birth in the womb of Devaki? That is the third question. And what is the fourth question? You have to remember.
What are
Everybody,
the
Bhagavatam.
past times? No, that is good.
Incarnations.
Yes, incarnations. You are right. What are the Purusha avatars? Fourth incarnation. What are those Purusha avatars? Please explain. And fifth incarnation. Fifth.
Past times, right?
Yes. Yes. Fifth. What are his various incarnations? Fifth question. What are his various incarnations and his activities? In each incarnation, he performs lot of activities, right? So, what are his incarnations and his activities? That is fifth question. And sixth question. Ah, right.
After
Yes.
Krishna,
Yes. After Krishna left this world, where did these religious principles take shelter?
Dharma. Where did Dharma?
Religious principles are dharma. Where did dharma take shelter? So that is the sixth question. Right? This covers the first canto, first chapter. Right? First canto as total how many cantos in Bhagavatam?
12.
12 cantos. Total how many chapters in Bhagavatam? Okay, this is just mathematics. No need to memorize all this. But how many chapters? No, very close. 335. 335 chapters. How many verses?
18,000.
That we know. So, in first canto, how many chapters? 19 chapters.
We will tell a range.
In first chapter, how many verses? We don't have to know all this, but I'm just saying. In first chapters, we have 23 verses. Okay? And 19 chapters. Okay? Total 335 chapters. 18,000 verses. Okay? 18,000. And 12 cantos. So Srila Prabhupada wrote this book, 12 cantos into 18 books, 18 volumes of book. Srila Prabhupada wrote. Okay, some cantos is split into volume 1 and volume 2. So there are 18 books.
Some
So,
divine number. 18 chapters of Bhagavad Gita, 18,000.
yeah,
Right?
everything 18, 18, 18. 18 Akshoyini Senas.
Yes.
Okay, 18 days Mahabharat war.
And 1 plus 8 is 9.
No, it is not about it. It is Jaya. Indicates in Akshara, you say, 1 indicates Ja and 8 indicates Ya. So it is Jaya. So wherever there is 18, it is victory. Okay, so that is significance of 18. So Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna, Yatro Partho Dhanurdhara. Tatrasti Vijayo Bhutyat. So that is last. Okay, so then, yeah, this 12 cantos, the 19 chapters, the first canto, 19 chapters, and we are in first canto, third chapter. Okay, we are in third chapter. So we just reviewed now the first chapter. First chapter review is that it ends with all the 6 questions by sages. Okay. So the now second chapter, coming to second chapter, now Sutta Goswami has to answer these questions, right? Again, as I said, Sutta Goswami is very humble. He doesn't, put up his collar and say, hey, no, I'm going to answer these questions, man. No. First thing is that he started doing invocation prayers. Okay, so before answering any spiritual matters, okay, so one should invoke blessings from his or her spiritual masters, previous acharyas. That is the etiquette. So what happens when you invoke, then they will bless you, they will give you power to speak Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay? So that the right words come out of your mouth at the right time. And that power can be given only by your higher authorities, spiritual masters, acharyas. So always invoke. That's why, like, I invoke my spiritual master before I started speaking this. So you have to invoke here. That shows your humility, first of all. That means you are nothing, you are empowered to speak by your spiritual master. That is etiquette. Please follow this. So Sutta Goswami started invocation prayers. Invocation prayers, that means, so he started saying, thinking about his spiritual master. Who is his spiritual master? Sutta Goswami is spiritual master. He just heard Bhagavatam from whom? Yes, he is his spiritual master. Sukadeva Goswami. So now he started doing invocation prayers. He started invoking his spiritual master. Spiritual master is Sukadeva Goswami. He offered his obeisances to Sukadeva Goswami. Sukadeva Goswami said, I offer my humble obeisances to my spiritual master Sukadeva Goswami. He, the one who, after taking birth, he immediately left his mother at the age of 16, right? He left Digambar, no dress on him, nothing. He left immediately, renounced everything, and then went into the forest. And still Vasudeva, who is his father, went behind him, calling, Sukha, Sukha. He didn't hear that. Only the echoes came from the trees. Then, Sukha, Aputra, 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 Aputra. Only the echoes came from the tree. But he didn't come back. Sukadeva Goswami. To that exalted Vaishnava, to that exalted personality, I offer my humble obeisances. Yam pravarjantam anupeta papeta krityam dvaipayano virahakata rajuahat putreti tanmayataya taroho abhinedus tam sarvabhutam hridayam mnimanatosmi. This is the sloka. He is offering his obeisances to that personality. Okay. So then after offering obeisances to his spiritual master, then he offers obeisances to 4 personalities that we recite every time. What is that? Narayanam namaskritya naram chaiva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayamudiraye. Narayana namaskritya. Narayana is Lord Narayana. Namaskritya, I offer my obeisances. Naram chaiva narottamam, narottaman, narayana rishi, I offer my obeisances to them. Then Devim Saraswatim Vyasam. Devim Saraswati, she is the goddess of education, learning. Devim Saraswatim Vyasam. Then Vyasam, Vyasadeva, who is a literary incarnation of Srimad Bhagavatam, Krishna. So I offer my obeisances to them. So then he didn't straight away jump into the answers. Okay? Then he said, whatever questions you asked, you sages, they're exalted questions. Perfect questions. Because all these questions are related to Krishna. This benefits not only you, for the entire creation. You ask perfect questions. Okay, so he started glorifying. Before the questions, sages started glorifying Sutta Goswami. Now Sutta Goswami heard these questions. Then he started glorifying sages. That you ask perfect questions. Thank you very much for asking such a nice question. This will benefit everyone. It is all related to Krishna. So then he'll start answering. So then second part in the first canto, second chapter, second part, after I think sloka 6 and 7. He will answer the first and second question. What is the first question? What is the ultimate good for all? So he says the highest dharma, what everybody should follow. Savai pumsa paro dharmo yato bhakti radokchade ahaituki yapratiyata yayatma suprasidati. Savai pumsa. Pumsa means this human mankind. Savai Pumsa, the topmost. Savai Pumsa, Paro Dharma, topmost Dharma. What is the Dharma of this Kali Yuga? The highest Dharma? Savai Pumsa, Paro Dharma. Yatha Bhakti Rajokshade. Bhakti towards Adokshaya. Adokshaya is Krishna. There are many meanings to Adokshaya. One of the meaning is Akshaya means the sense perception. Adokshaya means beyond sense perceptions. You cannot achieve Krishna without these senses. He is beyond our capability. To that personality, you have to do bhakti. And how that bhakti should be there? Ahaituki apratiyata. Ahaituki, uninterrupted. Apritiyata means unmotivated. These two characteristics. Bhakti should have two characteristics, uninterrupted and unmotivated. We don't want to do bhakti because we want good marks in our exam. No. We want a house, we'll do bhakti. We want a car, we'll do bhakti. No. Unmotivated. Or we'll do bhakti only during Saturday evening at Bensalem Cultural Center. No. Uninterrupted. Okay. So I'm a little busy today. I'll take rest. It is said that even when you are dizzy, in the mind you can chant. Don't have to, if you don't have strength to lift this chanting beat, so it's so heavy today. No, in the mind you chant. Ahaituki apratiyata. Then only yayatma suprasidati. Then I am very pleased. Then this human, the soul, will be very pleased. This is the answer for the first question. Right? Next question. What is the next question? What is the essence of all scriptures? Is Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay. Next question he answers 7. That Srimad Bhagavatam is the essence of all scriptures. Then from 7 again it goes on until 29, that how bhakti should be executed. Okay, what happens if you read Srimad Bhagavatam? Nasta prayeshu bhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya bhagavati uttama sloke bhaktir bhavati naisiki. That is also we recite, right? Nasta prayeshu bhadreshu. Prayeshu means completely nil. Nasta means destruction. It is completely distracted. What is distracted? Completely abhadreshu. Abhadreshu means inauspiciousness. All our inauspiciousness will go away if you read Srimad Bhagavatam. Nityam Bhagavata Seviya. Every day you have to read Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay? So that is the answer for second. And what is the third? So third, he doesn't answer completely. Because third is, why did Krishna take birth in the womb of Devaki? And to take birth in the womb of Devaki, you need a universe. Right? So next he'll jump into the fourth. Fourth is what? What are the Purusha avatars? Because if you know this Purusha avatar, you know how the whole creation is done. Okay, Purusha avatar is, there are 3 Purusha avatars. What are those 3 Purusha avatars? Karano Dakshai Vishnu, Garbho Dakshai Vishnu, Shiro Dakshai Vishnu. Karana Udaka Shai Vishnu. Udaka means water. Shai means lying. Karana means causal. Cause and effect. You know cause and effect? That causal, not casual. C-A-U-S-A-L, causal. So causal ocean. Okay. So that is Karana Udaka Shai Vishnu. And from Karana Udaka Shai Vishnu, then next one is Garbhodak Shai. So we discussed all this in detail. I'm just giving you overview. Okay, so Karana Udaka Shai, when he exhales, right, all the universes, millions of universes come out of his pores. Okay, when millions of universes are created, okay, from his pores, and each universe, then Garbhodaka Shai Vishnu going. Right, first Karana Udaka Shai, from him all the universes come, and each universes Garbhodaka Shai Vishnu. Okay? And from Garbhodaka Shai Vishnu, that is again Garbha, Udaka, Shai. Garbha, you know. Udaka, water, Shai, lying down. Garbhodaka Shai Vishnu, the stem comes through his navel. Okay? And on the top of the stem, lotus. In that lotus, Lord Brahma comes. Right? Lord Brahma comes. So then Lord Brahma duty is to use all the materials what Lord has created already, use that and do a secondary creation like us. Okay, all the human beings, trees and any animal, anything you see, because when Brahma comes, the whole universe is empty, completely dark, nothing is there, completely dark. So he doesn't know what to do. Then slowly he will hear somewhere. So that means he has to do tapas. So then he'll do tapas. 50 years he'll do. 50 years of Brahma time. Do tapas. What to do. Then Krishna in his heart. Tene Brahma Rudaya Adikavaye Mushyanti Yatsuraya. Very first sloka of Srimad Bhagavatam. Now that Janmadhyasya Yato Anvaya Titarastha Tvesha Vignaswarat. Tene Brahma Rudaya Adikavaye. Tene Brahma. So Krishna gives in Brahma's heart. Okay? Adikavaye. Adikavaye means very first creator. What is that? Brahma. From the lotus stem on the top, Brahma is there. In this lotus stem, 14 new planetary systems are there. Bhu, Bhuva, Swaha, Tapaha, Janaha, Maha, Satyam. Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Talatala, Rasatala, Mahatala, Patala. Hellish planets and heavenly planets. 14 planetary systems in that stem. Right? So everything now gets created. Like how Bhagavad Gita speaks about 5 items. 5 aspects Bhagavad Gita speaks. Right? Similarly, Srimad Bhagavatam speaks in detail 10 aspects, 10 categories. That is also described in Srimad Bhagavatam, but that comes in later chapter. I am going to give you, because we are talking about creation now. Atra sargo visargasya sthanam poshana mutaya manvantare ishanukata nirodho muktirashraya. These are the 10 topics. Atra sarga visargasya, atra means in this, sarga visargasya sthanam poshanam mutaya manvantare ishanukata nirodho muktir ashraya. 10 topics. Srimad Bhagavatam speaks this in detail. So now we are talking about Visarga. Visarga means secondary creation. Sarga means primary creation, which Lord created initially. Then Visarga. Visarga means secondary creation. Lord Brahma is creating. After Sarga, Visargasya. Sthanam. Sthanam means over whatever they are, their conditions. Whatever positions they are placed with. Like Lord Brahma is the topmost. He is placed there. Sthanam. Okay. Sthanam Poshanam. Poshanam means taking care. After they are placed in that position, they have to take care. Suppose the elephant is placed in a forest. It has to be taken care. It eats. Who is providing the food? God is providing the food. That is just an example. So, Sthanam, Poshanam, Utaya. Utaya means it is the duality. Like in case of Hiranyakashipu, good and evil. Duality. Okay? Utaya. Then Manvantare. Manvantare means it describes all the Manvantaras. Right? Right now we are in which Manvantara? 7th Manvantara. This is called Vaivashvata Manvantara. We are in 7th Manvantara. In this 7th Manvantara, which Kali Yuga we are in? This is very special Kali Yuga. Especially this Manvantara. It is very special. I'll tell you why. But let's see which Manvantara we are in. We are in 7th Manvantara. Right? In one days of Brahma, there are how many Manvantaras? 14 Manvantaras. So in this, already 6 Manvantaras passed in this day of Brahma. Okay? We are in 7th Manvantara. In 7th Manvantara, okay, one Manvantara has how many Yuga cycles? 71 Yuga cycle. Okay. So one Yuga cycle means what? Kali Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, Treta Yuga, Satya Yuga. This is called one Yuga cycle, right? One Yuga cycle. In this one Yuga cycle, likewise, there are 2 Yuga cycle, 3 Yuga cycle, 4 Yuga cycle, 5 Yuga cycle. Likewise, there are 71 Yuga cycles in one Manvantara. 71 Yuga cycles. So in this cycle, we are in 28th Yuga cycle. In this 28th Yuga cycle, we are in 28th Kali Yuga. Understood? The mathematics. Okay? This is Vaivasvata Manvantara. seventh manvantara. In seventh manvantara, there are 71 yuga cycles. In that 17 yuga cycles, we already passed 27. We are in 28th yuga cycle. Okay. In the 28th yuga cycle, we are 28th Kali Yuga. Okay, we are in. In the 28th Kali Yuga, we passed only 5,000 years. Because one Kali Yuga is equal to 4,32,000 year lifespan. In that we passed only 5,000. So we are 4,28,000 years to pass in this Kali Yuga. Okay. Why this is special? Why this is special? That only in this Yuga, 28th Yuga, please be attentive, only in this 28th Yuga, Krishna came as Krishna himself. No, Krishna. In Dwapara Yuga he came, right? Only in this Yuga cycle.
Then what about previous
Yuga, Krishna didn't come. Either Krishna comes as, say, Vyasadeva, somebody else. Krishna empowers. Okay? But Krishna himself, Vyasadeva is also Krishna. But Krishna, as Krishna, he comes here.
in this Dwapara,
In this,
Yuga
yes.
cycle of Dwapara?
It is actually between Dwapara and Kali. Krishna also stayed. It's an interjection. What do you call? As soon as the Dwapara Yuga ended, Kali Yuga started, right? But in this transition, Krishna was there. It is called Sandhikal. Every Yuga, there is a Sandhikal. Okay? This Kali Yuga, then Sandhikal. After that, Satya Yuga comes, right? After Kali Yuga. So there is a Sandhikal, 10,000 years. And again, Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, there is a Sandhikal, 10,000 years. Okay, so Krishna was there. That is why this is very special, 20th Yuga cycle. Now you understood? Yeah, plus Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came. So you understood this mathematics? Okay, so we don't go to Brahma's life cycle. Again, Brahma's calculation, if you go, it is too much. Okay, because one Kali Yuga is 4,32,000 years. Into 2, 8,64,000. That is Dwapara Yuga age. Okay, into 3, that is Treta Yuga. Into 4, okay. So total, okay, in 1 days of Brahma, 14 manvantras. Each manvantara, 71 Yuga cycles. So if you calculate all these things, Brahma lives for 100 years. So it is around 4.3 trillion, I don't know exact number.
Boring late.
Huh?
Very boring late.
Very boring night. Now it is running. The days of Brahma is running now. Right? It goes so much. Okay, in human years, it's calculated. If it is calculated, see the same thing. Ant will be thinking about you. Ah, Vrishabhanu Prabhu is living for 100 years. It's very boring. No, he is not boring. He is very busy. Ant will be thinking, I take life and I die immediately within 1 day. He lives for 100 years. Wow. So, it is again, it is contextual. Okay. So, similarly, what we think of Devatas live so long. Okay. Their 6 months is 1 day of.
They can enjoy Prabhu.
Now, our 6 months is 1 day for them.
Yeah.
Okay. So, they live longer. So, anyways, this is just mathematics. I think we are digressing. Okay. So 2 questions are answered. Okay. So now in this second canto, 2 questions are answered. So at the end there will be a hint about the Purusha avatars. Okay, 33 or something like that. 33. He will explain about Purusha avatars. That means the creation. Okay. So now the 3rd chapter starts. Okay, the 3rd chapter starts. In this 3rd chapter, to start with, you will continue with that Purusha avatar details. Okay? Karanodakshai Vishnu. No, that is incarnation. Karanodakshai Vishnu. These are Purusha avatars. Okay? Karanodakshai Vishnu, Kshirodakshai Vishnu, and Garbhodakshai. How the whole creation happened, he will explain. Okay, that is the 3rd chapter in 1st canto, which is where we are. And then slowly, after explaining that, he will come to the 5th question. What is the fifth question? What are different incarnations and activities? Incarnations and pastimes. Okay, so then we'll slowly start explaining 22 incarnations. Okay, 22 incarnations. Okay, we went through all that. We are actually in 19th incarnation, if you remember. Remember now 19 incarnations? 18th we discussed last time. Subhadra Mataji explained 18th. That was 18th Lord Ram. Okay, so now 19th and 20th will be explaining. That is what we are going through, but we are time up now. Okay, so 19th Krishna and Balram, 19th and 20th.
Probably Janmashtami is coming.
Janmashtami is coming, so it is the right time. Okay, so but we will discuss in detail. Now this is just the trailer, whatever he is doing now. Okay, in the third chapter, he is going to explain all about, not much in much detail about Krishna and Balram, but he says these are the incarnations. The most important in third chapter, which is applicable for all the cantos, the most important is whenever we get doubt. Many people have doubt about everything, right? Whenever we get doubt, this is the sloka they have to remember. Okay, so Sutta Goswami says, after explaining all these 22 incarnations, he says that Ete chamsa kalapumsa Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. This is very important. After explaining so many incarnations, then of all these incarnations, Krishna, which is 19th incarnation, Krishna, Etecha Amsa. Amsa means incarnations. Kala means Amsha of Amsha. Okay? Of all these Amshas and Amsha of Amshas, Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. This is the essence of all scriptures. All Acharyas says this. All scriptures says this. Krishna. So, that is why the topic is, the chapter name is called as Krishna, source of all incarnations. All incarnations. This third chapter. Okay, so this is very, very important sloka. In this chapter, 28, we'll come there. We are in 23rd now, but we'll come there, 28th I think. He says, Ete chamsa kalapumsa Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. Right? Even in Dashavatara Stotram, who wrote that? Jaydev Goswami wrote Dashavatara Stotram. In this, he says, in that 10 incarnations, he doesn't describe about Krishna. You know why he doesn't describe? Because the last line says, what is the last line? No, in every incarnation, he says, tell me. Jaydev Goswami's Dashavatara Sutram. Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare. This is Narahari. Then Prabhu Avatar comes. Keshavadrita Prabhari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare. Then says Keshavadrita Meena Sharira Jai Jagadisha. So all the incarnations he says, but he says, last line, Keshavadrita. Keshava is Krishna. Krishna took this form. Then Krishna took this form. He doesn't explain exclusively about Krishna. Keshavadrita Narahari Rup Narahari. So Krishna is the source of all these incarnations, whatever. So Srila Prabhupada in his purport, he says, not just 22 incarnations, there are unlimited incarnations. Unlimited. Krishna. Every time he incarnates. Because this is not just one universe. For our universe, this is. So when once our universe, who is the head of our universe? Lord Brahma. Lord Brahma, he wants to meet Krishna. So he goes, head of our universe. Lord Brahma is the head of our creator, right? He is our creator. So Lord Brahma, he goes to see Krishna. So at the doorstep, he will be stopped. Okay. So he says, "What? Why are you here?" The doorkeeper will ask, "Why are you here?" "No, I want to meet Krishna." "Okay, I'll go take permission to Krishna." So he goes, He says, Brahma has come. Then Krishna asks, which Brahma? Which Brahma? So the doorkeeper will come to Brahma and says, he's asking, which Brahma are you? What? Which Brahma? I thought I'm the only Brahma. Then he says, go tell him, Chaturmukha Brahma. Then he goes and says, Chaturmukha Brahma. Okay, let him come. When he goes there, he doesn't have even space to put his steps there. Because there are so many Brahmas. One Brahma has 100,000 heads. One Brahma has 1,000 heads. One Brahma has 1,000,000 heads. But our universe Brahma has only 4 heads. Then he will realize, oh, so many Brahmas. Krishna says, I have unlimited universes. Each universe will have one Brahma. So that Brahma could have 100,000 heads, million heads. Okay? Don't think you are the only Brahma. Okay. So likewise, unlimited creation is there. Everything, for everything, Krishna is the source. He is the source of all incarnations. Avatars. Avatar means what? Avatara. Coming down, descending down, coming down. So Krishna comes down in this material world to elevate all of us. He's helping us. He doesn't have to come down, but he helps us. Okay? So that Krishna, that Srimad Bhagavatam, which we are going through, we have to go through very systematic way, understand nicely, and then implement it. Because Savai Pumsa Paro Dharmo Eto Bhakti Radopchale. Our main intention and objective in our life should be bhakti towards Lord Krishna. And the best way to do bhakti and the easiest way to do bhakti is what our Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave us. Very simple. What is it? Nama Sankirtanam Yasya. Repeat it. Nama Sankirtanam Yasya. Sarva Papa Pranashanam. Pranamo Dukkha Shamanaha Tam Namami Hariparam. Okay. Pranamo Dukkha Shamana. Shamana, complete Dukkha will go away. Okay. Only by doing Nama Sankirtana. All the scriptures says this. Nama Sankirtana, Nama Sankirtana. If you go take other religion also, don't have to, but if you go take other religion also, they say holy name of God. They don't know who God is, but still they say, our scripture says, chant holy name of God. So every scripture, every religion says this, chant the holy name of God. In this Kali Yuga, that is the only. Natho parataro upayo, Natho parataro upayo. Right? He says, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Iti Shodashaka Namnam. Shodashaka means 16 syllables. Iti Shodashaka Namnam. Kali Kalmashanashanam. Kali Kalmashanashanam. Whatever Kalmasha you have in this Kali Yuga, Nashanam. Nato parataro upayo. Who says that? Sarva Vedeshu Drishyati. All the Vedas say this. Nama Sankirtana Vishya. Just chant the holy names of God. Don't tell that you don't have time. We all have time, plenty of time. Only thing we are not interested. We don't have, it is, in the scriptures again say why we are not interested. Scriptures say why we are not interested. Yavatsu papaistu malinam hridayam. Yavatsu papaistu malinam hridayam. Our heart is very contaminated. Why our heart is very contaminated? Shastre sadbuddhi nasyat. You don't have any faith in scripture. Okay, I don't have faith in scripture. Can I have faith in Guru? No. Shastre sadbuddhi nasyat na sadbuddhi tata Guru. You don't have faith in Guru, you don't have faith in scriptures. These are the two pillars of bhakti. You should have faith in these two. When we read Srila Prabhupada's purport and translations, you should have faith in Srila Prabhupada. Then we give full attention. That is why Yavatsu papaistu malinam hridayam. Our heart is very contaminated. To remove this contamination, we have to read Srimad Bhagavatam. That will purify. The very first sloka, right? Slokam ekam tadartham va. Tadardam va. You don't what? Padam padardam va. You get that also. That also. Even one line you read. One line per day you read Srimad Bhagavatam. You hear otherwise. You don't have time. You can switch on your audio while cooking, while driving. At least while taking bath also you can switch on audio and hear. So go in a systematic way. We are all there. We are all there. Seniors are there. You know, Vishabhanu Prabhu. They are all very seniors. We don't know, we can ask them. But we have to discuss. Yes. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna, that's what he says. Machitta madgata pranaha bodayantas parasparam kathayanchasta mam nityam tushyantita ramanticha. Machitta madgata pranaha. Machitta. You discuss bodayantas parasparam. When you assemble together, discuss about Krishna Katha. Otherwise, no use. According to our occupational duties, we might have so many things. I am software engineer. I am AI engineer. I am a scientist. Doesn't matter. We might have so many different occupational duties. Okay. If you don't get interest, if you don't get rati means what? Interest in hearing Krishna Katha, all our activities are waste. Even if you earn $1 billion, it is a waste. That is told in Srimad Bhagavatam. Dharma svanushtita pumsa vishwaksena kathasuyaya no utpadayet yadi ratim shama yevai kevalam. Shama yevai kevalam. Dharma svanushtita pumsa. According to my dharma, okay, if I am a software engineer, dharma svanushtita pumsa. Vishwaksena kathasuyaha. Vishwaksena is Krishna. If you don't get any interest in hearing about Krishna Katha, by doing your dharmic activities, okay, by doing your occupational activities, na utpadayet, that means if it doesn't produce, na utpadayet, yadiratim, the interest. In what? Interest in hearing Krishna Katha. That is Shrama Evai Kevalam. It is a waste of time and energy. Doesn't matter if you earn salary in 6 figures, salary in 8 figures. No, everything is a waste. Srimad Bhagavatam is speaking. Not me. Don't get me wrong. Sorry. Okay. So we have to hear. So we learnt at least the fourth question. Right? Fourth question. Purusha avatars. So next we will go 5th question and 6th question. Basically in this 3rd chapter, he will complete all these questions. He'll answer all these questions, 3rd chapter. This is a trailer actually. But then subsequent cantos and chapters will be elaborate. Like if you speak about Krishna, the 10th canto, which is more number of chapters. The highest number of chapters is 10th canto. Krishna's 10 chapters. Sorry, 90 chapters are there in 10th canto. 90. That is the highest. So full Krishna, about Krishna, everything, right from birth. Okay. So likewise, actually to sit and hear about Srimad Bhagavatam, it takes lot time. But as I said, whenever you get chance, please hear. You will get that interest in hearing only if you chant nicely. To chant nicely, you need a good association. Without association, you can't. If everybody is watching TV, can you chant? No. But if everybody is chanting and you are watching TV, you might be provoked to chant. Right? So that is association. Association makes a lot of difference. Please associate with nice devotees. Don't waste time. We already spent about 50-60 years now. Right? Prayana alpa ayushya sapya. Okay, it is alpa ayusha. We are manda sumanda mata. All characteristics apply to us. Okay, lazy, misguided. We are mostly misguided actually. Yeah, many people can say, read this, read that, read it, read that. No. Now follow this demigod, that demigod, nothing. In this it is said, in the third chapter itself, it says, Vasudeva Paramaka, Vasudeva Para Yoga, Vasudeva Para. The one sloka is there. So we'll go through that later next time. But, so Vasudeva is topmost. That's all. So I'll end here. It's already past a lot of time now. 8 o'clock. Any comments, questions, criticism, whatever, welcome.
Nice weekend.
Prabhu, we can watch TV and also chant. What we are reaching is, of course,
Huh?
I put Srila Prabhupada lecture on chanting on the TV. I can chant nicely.
No, actually not. But if you finish, see when you're designated with 16 rounds of chanting, okay? Ideally, 16 rounds of chanting should be done in seclusion. Okay, so once you finish that, all the other things are bonus. Then you can cook and chant. You know, you can walk, chant. You can see Srila Prabhupada. All that is the bonus thing. That is not the basic thing. Basic thing is, if you are initiated, you are at least chanting 16 rounds attentively in seclusion. That is the best. Okay? So any other question?
Yes, any questions?
Any reflection, question, comments, criticism? Prasad Chaitanya Prabhu, my senior.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. In the beginning you were asking all these questions, how many verses, how many sloka, which chapter. I think we can do GKG, general knowledge, Srimad Bhagavatham, Bhagavad Gita. For a long time I'm thinking, we can, like Radheshyam Prabhu, he had made so many nice small books. And for a long time it was in my mind, we can make a book, general knowledge of Srimad Bhagavatham, Bhagavad Gita. So especially when I travel with my kids, they are not here. But whenever I travel with them, just we are there in a car, we do this thing. And in this way we have a fun. And I asked, hey, who is father of Ramji? They will say, this one. Okay, how many kids? I mean, like this is question answer. So unless we have this question answer, we don't know. Even though we read Shastra, like I saw one movie, old movie. People they are coming for interview, for job, and the guy interviewer is asking, how you came? I came by bus. What was the number of bus? I didn't see. Okay, you are fair. So there's one actor, comedian. Wherever people they are coming from the office after interview, he's asking everyone, hey, what he asked? He asked the same question everyone. What was the number of the bus? He goes inside, an interviewer, as usual, he asks, how you came? I came by bus. What was the number bus? He said, 23656. How do you know the number? Did you think that I'll be asking this one? He said, no, I thought maybe you might ask, that's why I remember. He said, you're pass. He comes out and then other friends are asking him, what happened? I'm pass. He asked you? What he asked you? He asked same question, what was the number of bus? Did you answer? Yeah. What you told? I told this number. But this is the number of bus? No. Then how come he pass you? He doesn't know what is the number of the bus. So he came to know this idea after asking all these people that he might ask me, and he doesn't know by which bus I came. So he told this number, and he said, you are pass. Because the reasoning he understood, like, is very smart. So similarly, unless we have this type of quiz program, we can't be aware how many chapters, how many verses. That's very good actually. Suppose if somebody is speaking Bhagavatam or we are reading Bhagavatam, we must know all these things. This is a basic thing. But we have to have some training and some question answer program.
Yeah. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you.
Very
good. Anyone else? Reflection? You mean something.
Anything.
Sages had so many questions to ask.
Do I just say what I learned?
Yes, please.
I learned that even if like Krishna isn't always like on your mind, it's like through like the things that you do that show that you're actually thinking of him. Like even if you're not like actively talking about him, if your actions show that you're like reflecting whatever his teachings are, then that's like also valid, I think.
Yeah, that is perfect, Pandamatayi. Very nice.
So, in regard with the lecture, my Guru Maharaj, Jayapataka Swami Maharaj, in the early days, when he was in Mayapur, whenever Srila Prabhupada will give lecture, my Guru Maharaj will ask question. And after class, he will discuss with his god brothers. I don't know, I'm an offender, I don't know, I give trouble to Srila Prabhupada. I always ask question. I don't know, but what to do? I'm always curious. Once, he was not there in the class. And Srila Prabhupada asked, any question? Any question? Nobody was asking any question. And then Srila Prabhupada said, where is that boy Jai? He asked beautiful question always. So the devotee they told him afterwards, you know, Srila Prabhupada was glorifying you, he was missing you. He was telling that you always ask questions. He said, oh really? Yes. Wow. From next time onwards, I'll ask question. Another thing like Prabhuji was telling, there is a book called Gita Mahatmya and Srimad Bhagavatam Mahatmya. So in that it says, if we study even one sloka, that's wonderful. Even half, even quarter. But the thing is, like you study, I was reading Srimad Bhagavatam, I thought, which canto, what I should read? Then I saw this prescribed duties for mankind, 6th canto. So normally I study in a 6th canto what? You know, Ajamil's, Yamraja's instructions to Yamdutas. But we study, I thought, let me study from the beginning, Prabhupada's purport. It was so wonderful. After a long time, I read that one, and in that, Srila Prabhupada quotes again and again about sinful desire. We are chanting, we are doing so many things, but still there is a desire to have to commit sinful activities, to do sense gratification. So Srila Prabhupada says there are 3 things. What is that? Jnana and last is bhakti. So Srila Prabhupada says jnana and one more thing.
Vairagya.
Huh?
Vairagya.
No. He said with these 2 things, you cannot remove the desire for committing sin. You have to do bhakti. And further, so many things he said. I thought we have to read this thing every day. Otherwise, one day if you miss, you will forget. You know. So, reading the scriptures, if we read again and again, and then as long as we are testing and we are impressed and we continue same thing, then reading will be continued. Otherwise, one day if you miss, then second day, and the third day, and then, problem. So, what we speak for quarter, we can read like Srila Prabhupada says, read at least one hour, So, if we get test, then we can read. But if test is lost, then we can't read.
Pressure.
Huh?
Pressure.
Yeah, and nowadays, the biggest problem nowadays is phone. I'm telling you, I'm honest. What I do when I come from outside, most of the time what I do, I put phone in a bag that bag in another bag, and that in a suitcase, and I put lock, and that key also I leave somewhere else. Sometimes I leave my phone in a car only, but then I'm afraid, if somebody calls and ring, I don't know. Because once you go on YouTube and Instagram, that one video, second, third, it's very difficult. But if you are busy in the knowledge of Srimad Bhagavatam, if you are listening, one lecture of Srila Prabhupada, 30 minutes, right? If you are in that deep lecture listening, you are in the middle of lecture, or if you read like 10 verses of Srimad Bhagavatam or Chaitanya Charitamrita, and then you are relishing some nectar, wow, it's so wonderful. You don't have desire to touch this one. But if you don't have any engagement, and if you touch this one, 2 hours. This thing. Now, in my family, my sister's 2 daughters and her son, grandson, all of them, they have a channel here. Every day they are sending me video, and I thought, oh my God. In my own family, it's like that. But if we are busy in reading and we are like deeply, sincerely, if we are engaged in the philosophy, chanting, then you can't do anything because you are busy. But if you are not busy, then problem. Hari.
Thank you. Quickly, anyone else?
Prabhuji, very nice recap, but 2 reflections for me. When you said that 12th canto, 12th chapter, 59th shloka. That is, I'm really hearing first time. Maybe if I had heard also, but it didn't imprint in my mind, but I was like, oh my God, it's like as if somebody is begging one word, like one syllable, and that too it's given in the 12th canto, means it just touched me, and I thought, let me print this and put it somewhere in the house. So, we don't forget. Not that we don't want to do, but like it has to come. And the second thing is, yes, we should not say, I don't have time. That's really either an excuse or no interest. Even though you have interest, you're like thinking negatively. Instead, we should create time for it. How can I create time for it? Then you're thinking in the resolving approach. So I myself felt, because even I tell, oh my God, I don't have time. A lot of times I tell myself, how can I get time? That means I'm not even thinking in the resolving approach. So that 12-12-59 shloka, it really, and the recap, it really helps. Where are we now? We're lost. Otherwise, Bhagavatam is so bad. Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you for pulling back to the core, always like how you do. And then I was like, oh my God, Prabhuji, certainly today he's going to ask the 6 questions. And I told myself, let me revise. I could remember only 3, not in the order. Then I looked up and I was like, he's going to ask, let me be prepared. But it's a refresh, right? But then we should keep telling this. It's really, thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Maharaj. Anyone else? No? 1, 2, 3.
Well, thank you very much for a very excellent lecture. Very nice recapping of all these chapters so far. One of the important points you also brought up today was we are very lucky that this particular yuga where Krishna himself has taken. All others were avatars, not himself. But Krishna in this particular yuga, he came himself 5,000 years ago. And I think 40 years after he left, that's where Kali Yuga started. So that's what you said, Sandhi Yuga, that's where it is. So it was a very, very nice explanation about the whole yugas, and I really appreciate your thing. Thank you.
A lot of mathematical calculations are there. It's too much to do. Anybody else?
Thank you, Prabhu. So yeah,
I'm going to go closer to that.
So Prabhu, like I was thinking about the same thing that Prabhu said. Why Krishna he came in this Kali Yuga? Why this? Why not earlier? Like, so that's what I was thinking.
But that's the question you're asking. So you have to ask Krishna then. You are asking Murali Krishna, not Murali. Krishna. That is
No,
his
he's
will.
asking because you are Murali Krishna.
That is why I am saying, don't ask Murali Krishna, ask
Where is
Krishna.
it written, Prabhuji?
It is written in the scripture. Yeah. So, in this,
Something rings bell, but even I was
yeah, it is written in the scripture. I have the sloka
All
also.
the lectures.
I have the sloka also. You know, Krishna comes 5 times. 5 times in this entire cycle. Okay, comes 5 times. So one time as Vyasadev, one time as somebody else, one time as Krishna. No, then likewise, there is a sloka. I am not able to recall, but I can send you that sloka. Okay, it is defined in the scripture.
You can put it in the group.
Yeah. Yeah. So he had something. Criticism, yes. Please go ahead, Mataji. Criticism was always welcome because that is how we learn. We learn things. So it should be a positive critique.
Just for fun.
Yes.
So you always do the recap and never go to the next.
No, this time we are there. We are almost there in the
Almost there.
exactly fifth question we are there. So next time I'll start from 5th question. I'm not going to recap. But why I do this recap is we forget everything. Believe me. Okay, we forget most of the things. Because even today when I was asking so many questions, many of you didn't answer. Because we tend to forget and we should not forget. Okay? So the same thing, even if it is repeated, that is fine. One day it will go into our heart.
Prabhuji, next time when your turn comes, you say like, since you all know I do the recap, refer to this day's video.
That's
Come
it.
prepared. First 10 minutes is only recap. So,
Yeah, so next time I'll go from
Rest, fresh.
5th question. Be prepared. 5th and 6th question. And then continue. Actually, we have to go a little fast, Srimad Bhagavatam, because plenty to discuss. Okay? You're right. I take it as a positive criticism. Seriously. You're right. Even my wife says the same, exactly same. My wife says, your classes are always same, repetitive. But what to do? We forget things, right? Even though if it is repetitive, it is interesting. Right? Because we forget things. We should
next
not
time
forget.
you tell us recap and shloka, so that way, this little bit we will prepare like Prabhuji said.
Yeah. How many of you have heard and listened Radha Govind Maharaj lecture? Anyone here? I remember when I was a brahmachari in Bombay, Juhu. Before that, when I was in Mayapur, hundreds of times, all the program of Radha Govind Maharaj I have attended and I have listened face to face, physical lecture. Maharaj, Radha Govind Maharaj, when he gives lecture, if you don't have a lot of patience, you cannot sit down in his lecture. Maharaj, in each line, each sentence, again and again, 3 times, 4 times, he repeats whole sentence. There was one new bhakta. I was new bhakta director in Bombay, Juhu, and there was one new bhakta. He comes back in a room, and I asked him, what happened? Why you are not in the katha? I don't like this katha. I told, what? Why? Again and again he is repeating the same thing. I told, you are a paradhi, you committed offense, go and sit down in the lecture, I am telling you. He said, no, I don't want to go. No, I am your boss. Otherwise I will kick you out from the new bhakta program, you have to go. He goes, sit down. Night time he is complaining, Prabhuji, this is so boring. I told, what boring? Maharaj, he repeats same thing again and again, 3 times, 4 times. I told him, Maharaj, scholar of Sanskrit, I don't get bored, only you. You see how many people are sitting. Normal days, during weekdays, the temple commander has to go and knock the door of every devotees so that they will come for Srimad Bhagavatam class. But when Maharaj speaks, from Maharashtra, from village, so many places people they come, there is no place, so we have to make a tent. We have to arrange a tent so that so many people will be accommodated. So, I mean, that's very good actually, to discuss again and again same thing, like the recap. In this way we can remember. But same time we should go to further also, you know. So I'm so sorry, I don't come here very often. I come maybe once in like 2 weeks. So I don't know, but I liked that lecture, and I'm so careful that next time I want to be prepared. When I come here, I'm ready to answer your question. So that's good. If you have not, if you have not spoken like this, then we'll be saying okay. But since you asked all these questions, we have to be prepared. So that's good actually.
If we all reassure that yes, we have not forgotten, that will inspire you. Like, okay, now my audience.
Yeah, so whenever I ask question, immediately answer within 1 second. Then again question, answer. Then we go forward fast. They all say, I forgot to. Then I'll have to repeat answer also. So question I have to put, I have to answer, and explain what it is. So it's again same revision. Don't go to the new one. So next time be prepared, please.
Yeah.
I may put anybody in the spot. So we learn a lot of things, right? And even Sanskrit also we learn, meanwhile. Word to word, if you go here, Srila Prabhupada's translation, you'll learn Sanskrit also over the while. Slokam ekam tadardam va. Now you know the meaning.
Yes.
So you know Sanskrit now. Slok ekam. Ashok Prabhu, yes, please go ahead. Criticism also okay, go ahead.
He is so humble, he's not going to ask about that.
Okay, so are we done? Okay, so I will conclude here with some announcements. So upcoming Saturday, we don't have gathering here. Coming Saturday is a picnic day, annual picnic. So those who are not registered, please register. I would like to see everyone there. It is a fun event, no lecture. So it's no questions, no. So please, everyone, please come. You know, it is a team spirit. Everybody in our Bensalem center should be there. We'll have games, we'll have kirtan, we'll have games and nice prasadam, sumptuous, wonderful prasadam. It's under the pavilion. It's about 10-15 minutes from here. Not far. You know Langon, right? Levittown, Langon. Just 15 minutes from here. Play Wiki Park. It's a decent pavilion. I went there, me and my wife, just to see how it is. Then I recalled, we already had a program there long back in Play Wiki Park. Okay, don't know when. So it is a pavilion. It has two pavilions. One we got it closer to the parking spot, which is good, which fits at least 60 people. So right now around 30 have registered. Okay.
It's free of charge.
No, it is not free. It is $80, but that's okay. If you want to contribute, you can contribute. Otherwise, it's on me. $80. Okay. So it's a good park where we have close by we have a basketball court, and then we have a baseball court, a big court where we can play cricket also. And there is a lake if you want to walk by. Okay, Neshamini Creek Lake, you can walk by.
Playing cricket, you have a ball and bat.
We have everything. Everything is ready. Okay, all playing equipments are ready.
We need players.
Okay, we need players. And then restroom is right there, close by. So we'll gather. This is our yearly picnic. Only last year we missed. We didn't do for whatsoever reason.
I have a feeling like you have Sunday over there in your place, cricket play. Are they come? They are also coming?
No. It's only us, only our center. And I'm speaking with Shobharade Mataji also, if their team wants to participate from the temple, Sunday school. Because only 60 are allowed. Okay, and many of us have not registered yet. So if all of us come, it will be at least 40-50. So only 10 remaining. Okay. So we'll start at 10 a.m. It will go until 4 p.m. until you get tired actually.
Saturday or
Because
Sunday?
this is on Saturday, next Saturday. Okay, so 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. The park is allocated for us until sunset. We can be there, but we'll all will get tired by 4 p.m. I know for sure. So we'll have nice potluck, prasadam. No, gas cylinder is not allowed. Those are grill is not allowed. Okay, so we can use their grill, but their grill better not to use. You know, they have meat and all that. Blah, blah, blah. So yes, it is just kirtan, games, prasadam, nothing else. Okay, that is next week. So next week we are not going to have gathering here. And after that, it is September 4th, Janmashtami at ISKCON Philadelphia. It's a grand festival. Please all attend. It goes through the midnight. Okay, and very next day is Srila Prabhupada's appearance day, September 5th. That is much grander than Janmashtami when it comes to Prasadam. It's a beautiful event. Srila Prabhupada's appearance day, September 5th. That is on Sunday.
Labor Day.
Labor Day is on Monday, I think. Monday. Okay. But that's a long weekend. So I'm still talking to some Srila Prabhupada disciples, if they are available, to have Srila Prabhupada's appearance day here. Many people want here in the evening. Srila Prabhupada's appearance day. Okay. So,
at the temple anyway.
Huh?
You will be at the temple.
Temple will be in the morning. The morning.
It's in the afternoon.
Yeah, so local devotees, many of them have expressed that they want to be here. Okay.
They are not going there.
They are not going there. That's right.
But those who are going there, they'll be really tired.
They'll be really tired if they.
2, 3 o'clock.
3 o'clock, you see, 3, 4, yeah.
No, if they do service, they'll be tired. Otherwise, it's just going and talking and eating.
Sadhu itself to start off.
You have to do
No.
the Janmashtami service 2 days.
Yeah, I know it is tough, but yeah, if you are interested, and that too, I'm seeing if Srila Prabhupada disciples are available. Okay, so but many people have expressed their desire to have it local, also. Okay. Yeah. I know it will be tired, but whatever we can do, we can do. Yeah.
If anybody's interested.
Yeah, so this is about September 4th and 5th, Janmashtami and Srila Prabhupada's appearance day. And right after that, September 12th, after that week, Janmashtami is going to be here. Okay, so it's a grand celebration. So already 30 people have signed up. Okay, a lot of devotees who are going to come. We are expecting at least 70 to 80 devotees on that day. Okay. So that Janmashtami will be here on that Saturday, and Vishnugada Prabhu is coming. So please mark your calendar. 12. And many people have already signed up. I sent a Google Sheet online for services. If you have not got that Google Sheet, please let me know. I can resend it again. So I put that in our e-wait also. Okay. So many people have already signed up because that's going to be Chappan Bhog. Already 35 items are taken. Okay, only less items are remaining. So if you want to sign up, okay, for Chappan Bhog, and there will be main items at least in that. So it's all listed in the document. Okay, if you didn't get the document, please let me know. So that is for Janmashtami, September 12th. That's it, and there will be drama. September 12th, Advent of Lord Krishna. It's going to be same script like what we had last year, because we have less time and people are accustomed to their dialects, so we don't have to go through rigorous practices again. So Advent of Lord Krishna, I'm going to share that script tomorrow, and many of you know your roles, right? So if you are not interested to take part in that, please let me know. Otherwise, I am assuming that the same devotee will do the same part like what they did last year. Okay, I was Kamsa last year. So if somebody can take my role, I am open to give up. Okay. We need Kamsa, terrific Kamsa.
Really nice.
Huh? I'm Kamsa by default.
We record big guy, right?
Big guy, ferocious guy. you remember Adhikara Prabhu was there last year?
Yeah.
Okay. So anyways, if you want to swap the roles, please let me know. We still have time. And Kamsa role is open, vacancy is there.
No, but what you are doing this year?
Me,
What's your role?
director.
No, I was thinking about myself, but I'm skinny, I'm short.
It doesn't need a big stomach. Kamsa. No, then you are the right person. Got it. Thank you. Now we'll hear from Srila Prabhupada for the whole week.
August 16th. Regarding the art of management, constant changing is not good. Even if there is some fault in management, it should be corrected, not changed. Besides that, Vaishnava philosophy is that everyone is addressed as Prabhu or Master. Everyone should consider himself the servant of the other. That will make management very nice. Letter to Bhadu Gopal, August 16th. August 17th. Failure is the pillar of success, then try again you shall try, for Lavan. August 18th. Vedic civilization is even one is enemy. If he comes to your home, you receive him as so friendly that he will forget that you are his enemy. London. August 19th. Real contraceptive method is that if you are unable to deliver your son from the clutches of birth and death, do not become a father. Hyderabad. August 20th. Maya is on the backside of Krishna, and if we keep ourselves always in the front side of Krishna, engaged in his service, then the external energy on the backside of Krishna will not be able to attack us. Letter to Bhagavan, 1970. August 21st. Krishna is everywhere, simply you have to catch him, and he's also ready for being caught. Yes, if somebody wants to catch him. Suppose you're a devotee. If you want to catch him, he comes forward 10 times than you desire. He's so kind. Therefore, we have to simply receive him. London. August 22nd. Energy is always kept on the left side. Radharani is on the left side of the Lord, and similarly, Lakshmiji is also on the left side of the Lord. We are also marginal energy. Not exactly like Radharani or Lakshmiji, so we should keep ourselves always on the left side of the Lord, and let us act as his arms or army. Letter to Brahmananda, August 22nd, 1968. Hare Krishna.
His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Thank you, Praise Mataji. One thing I forgot to say, for Janmashtami, Bensalem stall at temple is led by Grace Saugya Mataji. There are a lot of services there. If you would like to participate, please contact her. You need some help, right? Yes, definitely. So please contact her. Okay. Mahaprasade Govinde Nama Brahmane Vaishnave Svalpa Punyavatam Rajan Vishwaso Naiva Jayate Sharira Vidyajal Jadendriya Tahekam Jiva Pele Vishya Sagare Taramati Jivati Logo Mai Sudurmati Taki Jatakatina Samsare Krishna Bharadaya Mai Parivar Jiva Jai Saprasad Anadila Bai Jaya Nam Ritapao Hirada Krishna Gunagao Remira Ko Kitani Nitai Jai Nimai Jai Nitai Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Radha Krishna Mahaprasadam ki Srila Prabhupada ki Thank you, online devotees. Hari Bol.